This is a video of Class 9 Geography Lesson 5 Drainage. First of all, we will see in this lesson about drainage. Now, drainage is the draining of land or a system of drains or watercourses or river system. Now we'll understand that what is a draining and then how it is connected with the river. So the first topic is rivers. Rivers is a natural system of fresh water that flows in a definite channel. We have a channel in that the water which is flowing is known as a river. Wherever the rain falls, some water flows downhill, some of the water evaporates, some water is absorbed by ground into the soil, and some remains on the surface. Rainwater follows the shortest and the steepest way down slope. It finds its way, the water which is there, it finds its way to come down to the areas. Because of this, rivers, as different ways of flowing of water is there, they have different types having various sizes, shapes and forms. Some may flow slowly and some are fast. Narrow and small size, less deep rivers are also known as streams, then creeks and brooks. Next is that the tributaries. Now small river that join bigger river are called tributaries. See here how they have shown the small river that join the bigger rivers. The example, we have the Ganga in the middle, that is the bigger river, and different small rivers which comes and flows or it enters into the bigger river, that is Ganga. These small rivers which are coming and joining in the bigger river, they are known as the tributaries. The same distributaries we can say that it is the opposite of it. When from bigger river it is distributed to a small river, it is known as the distributaries. The same way from the Ganga river, the small river which goes out, which flows out, wherever it gets its some of the places to come out, it goes out, and then those narrow small streams or the rivers which are flowing out from the river, the main river, those are called as distributaries. The same example we can see in Ganga river also, like here we have shown the tributaries. The same way the Ganga river is flowing, and from there when it is distributing, when the smaller rivers are coming out, they are known as the distributaries. We can also say exactly the opposite of the tributary. Depending on the slope of land, underlying rock structure and climate of an area, the streams in a drainage basin form certain patterns. Now we'll see some of the certain patterns are there, which is known as the drainage pattern. Before that drainage pattern, we would like to understand this one, that what is the, see this example, the mountains are there, from there the origin of the river is flowing. That origination or the place from where it starts, it is known as the source of a river or the beginning of a river. Then we can say both the sides of the river is known as the river banks. Then we have the mouth of the river. That means the mouth of the river is where it goes and falls, the end part of the river. After flowing from different areas, different terrains, different topography, when it goes and reaches to the sea or the lake or river, that area where it ends is known as the mouth of the river. And some of the areas, there are the different those flowing ways where it goes, that part is known as the delta. I hope it is clear with you. Then we'll be seeing the different patterns of the drainage system. The drainage pattern, there are different types of drainage pattern. Here are the 4 main types of drainage pattern. This drainage pattern, the first one is dendritic drainage pattern. This pattern, it is consisting of a single main stream with tributaries which join like the branches of a tree. So this dendritic, you can see the picture in the book itself also. Next is the trellis pattern. This pattern develops where hard and soft rocks exist parallel to each other. It takes the shape, or it develops in a right angle pattern. That is the trellis or the right angle pattern. The third one is a radial pattern. Now a radial pattern is from the central peak, that means the water which is accumulated in the middle of the peak, from there the different directions of the water, it flows away, and that is called a radial pattern. That means from the middle to the different parts it scatters. Next one is the rectangular pattern. Now rectangular pattern is when rocks are strongly joined, then a rectangular pattern develops. Those water, it gets accumulated in the different directions, and then it enters into the main part, the terrain where it goes and it is collected, the water is collected. That is called a rectangular pattern. These combinations of 4 patterns may develop in the same drainage basin. We can find all the 4 in those patterns, in those areas, in those basins. All the 4 can be present in the same drainage basin, or sometimes it varies that we have either 1 or 3 or 2 or all the 4. According to this drainage basin in India, this is divided into 2 major groups. The first one is the Himalayan rivers, and the next one is the peninsular rivers. Now the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers will be seeing the distribution as well as the other parts into the other video which I'll be making for you.